I think you're one of the most creative people that I've ever met. You've got an unbelievable ability, whether it's to write or to come up with a talk, books, your stuff always connects. What is your process now? Whether that be a book, a product for your company, a new revenue stream, a service, whatever Donald Miller is creating, what is that initial process like for you?
It's a lot of, I always, in the creative process, I've always seen myself as sort of an air traffic control guy. Like I'm in a airport tower, and here's a book on fatherhood, and here's a book on A New Plan for America, and here's a book on being a great communicator, and here's a book on story brand for dentists, whatever.
Yes.
And I'm just like, which one I don't ask which one is the best to land or which one is the strategic most important. Which one wants to land next? And then I will focus on that for a year and get that plane on the ground. And then
How do you know that it wants? Which one wants it more?
There's a word flow that's starting to happen. The ideas are starting to come. Prayer is a massive part of it.
Sure.
Give me words, and if anybody wants to be a creative content creator, you have got to be very, very disciplined at putting away set hours every day. And for me, that is roughly 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. My assistant knows to protect those hours. It's been at a coffee shop for years, but I just had a little nook built inside my home office that I can write in. I get to do that tomorrow morning for the first time in that little nook. And I know I'll write probably 3 books in that little nook. And, the space is important. And every creative process, as you know, is a dance. And you're dancing with something, Is it God? Is it your subconscious? That's out of my pay grade. I don't know. But if you try to force it, it ain't going to work. So you're constantly asking, what is... we even that we built a house, and you just walk around the land going, what wants to be here, rather than what are we gonna force, right? What wants to be here? In my marriage, what does this marriage want to be? Where does it want to go as a third entity? Not her, not me, but it.
Yes.
And then you let go of a little bit of the control, and it's amazing what flows when you let go of control.
Yeah.
So you are controlling what you do, whether you show up, but then the book itself begins to tell you where it wants to go.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
You go with it.
Yeah, I told my wife the other night, because I'm kicking another idea around. Nobody knows. Nobody in this building, because
Are you going to tell us?
Maybe. Not today. but the idea was, as I was telling her, I have to leave it alone for a little bit.
Yep.
I percolate on it. I think about it. I leave it alone, and I'm simply looking for,
does it stick?
Can I go forward without doing that?
Yeah.
Because I'm at that point now.
You?
It's like if I feel like I got to get this out of me, then I'm going to do it. If not, I'm going to leave it alone.
And you're the opposite of, I got an email recently, a friend said, hey, I want to write a book. Will you spend a day with me to map it out? I don't know what I want to write about.
Oh.
And I just emailed him back and said, what you want is to be famous. That's very different than wanting to write a book. Nobody wants to write a book. They have to write a book.
You have to.
They have to get it down. So let's go back to the drawing board. There's plenty of ways. You can go get famous on Instagram. It's a lot easier.
Yeah.